Dear all, I am Eleftherios Niapos and I am a physicist. I am pursuing a PhD at the Central European Institute of Technology in Brno for the last 2 years. I am also employed as a research and development worker in the Thin Film Technological Services company in Prague, where my main task is the fabrication of patterns for sensors in the sector of UV lithography. My research resides in the field of magnetoionics, with a focus on its impact on the exchange bias effect. My work explores the novel application of magnetoionic treatment in both solid and liquid configurations. By understanding and manipulating the interaction between magnetic and ionic processes, I aim to control the exchange bias effect, contributing to the research for more efficient and versatile magnetic materials with applications in data storage and spectronics. The objective of my work is the use of voltage to control the magnetic behavior in ferromagnetic oxide bilayer structures for magnetic anti-hacking devices. And the main points are the fabrication and characterization of the ferromagnetic oxide bilayer structure, the magnetoionic treatment of this structure for solid and liquid electrolytes, and finally, the voltage control of the exchange bias. In this field, there is already some research published. Murray et al. Have used the ferromagnetic nickel cobalt oxide on which they applied voltage and thus reducing part of it and forming a metallic nickel cobalt layer. In the interface between the ferromagnetic nickel cobalt and the antiferromagnetic nickel cobalt oxide, an exchange bias appeared, and with a shift of around 200 Ørsted. And this year, another research was published. Jensen et al. Used a structure of ferromagnetic cobalt iron with antiferromagnetic nitride. And when they applied a voltage, they changed the composition of the nitride in nitrogen, thus changing the shift of the exchange bias, which was present from the very beginning. Both these published works were related with the solid configuration. Our work is related with the liquid configuration. We used structure bilayer of cobalt and hafnia, cobalt as a ferromagnet and hafnia as the oxygen provider. When we apply voltage, oxygen travels from hafnia into cobalt, thus oxidizing partially the cobalt and forming a layer of antiferromagnetic cobalt oxide. In the interface of the ferromagnetic cobalt and the antiferromagnetic cobalt oxide, the exchange bias effect appears. When we apply voltage on the structure, a variation of potential appears in the surface of the structure. This potential variation, known as the electron double layer, enhances the electric field inside the structure. That means that by applying low voltage, we can achieve high values of electric field. For different duration of magnetoionic treatment, we gained different magnitude of the exchange bias effect, and we also managed to achieve cyclability of consecutive oxidations and reductions. It's known that in our age, the demand for energy sufficient memory devices is enormously increased. Big companies like Facebook and Microsoft build their servers in places that they can take advantage of the cold climate in order to cool down their systems. The societal impact of our work resides mainly in the use of low voltage to manipulate a magnetic effect, and minimizing energy losses by avoiding the Joule effect could lead to more efficient and reliable data storage devices, positively influencing information accessibility and security. From an economical point of view, the development of novel magnetic materials could stimulate innovation in various industries, potentially creating new markets and job opportunities. Regarding the benefits from the network, participating in its innovative training network has been invaluable for my academic career. The collaborative environment provided by the ITN facilitated interactions with experts across industries, broadening my perspective and enhancing the quality of my research. Workshops, secondments, and conferences within the network have exposed me to cutting-edge research methodologies and allowed me to build a robust professional network. I believe that the ITN has been a catalyst for my growth as a researcher, providing resources and mentorship that will undoubtedly shape my future contributions to the field. Finally, as for my future plans, in the midterm I envision furthering my research through a researcher position, capitalizing on the expertise I gained during my PhD studies. I aim to deepen my understanding on magnetoionics and explore their applications in emerging technologies. In the long term, I aspire to transition into industry. Thank you.